Hello, my name is Leela, and I'm just going to share with you a little brief video on the science and the technology and sort of what a basic practice of a Kundalini yoga session would be. Normally, it's an hour and a half that always includes a warm up, some breath work, a kriya. A kriya is sort of a set of exercises that we do in a certain way to give us a certain result. So for instance, if we're working on the kidneys, we have a certain set of exercises that we would do for a certain amount of time, and therefore in a certain sequence that would give us the result of detoxifying the kidneys. The good thing about Kundalini Yoga, there's thousands of kriyas, there's thousands of breath sequences, there's thousands of meditations, so no one class is ever the same, which is good because it kind of keeps the mind always curious and engaged. So what a typical session would be, we would tune in, we use a mantra. So the basic aim of Kundalini Yoga is to combine the body, mind and soul to function as one. Normally our body is vibrating at a different frequency, our mind is doing something else, and we're never really in tune with what's happening with our breath. So the practice and the science of the yoga really allows us to become one with that. So with the body we move, we do the kriya, so we're physically moving the body. With the mind, we're engaging mantra. Mantra is a sound current. So this is connected to the universal sound. For instance, the sound current of the sun, the sound current of the moon, the sound current of the earth. So they're like the universal sounds that we use in language, in our daily lives, but they're designed in such in a way that really activate our brain's frequency. Kundalini in itself means to activate our reserved life force energy. So to go into that infinite well of energy that we have sitting within our being and activating that. Yes? So we have the body, the mind, and the soul. And we connect with the soul through the breath. So in any one sequence, you would be engaged in the movement. For instance, we would tune into a class with the mantra. We chant the mantra, Om Namo Gurudev Namo. This is just a standard mantra. This is awakening and calling upon the teacher within you. And we chant this mantra 3 times, and then we go into usually a pranayam, a very basic pranayam would be breath of fire, where we pump the navel, and it's just a very natural pumping of the navel, and then in and exhale through the nose. This really brings vitality, oxygenates the blood and the cell, and really brings the core essence is to really energize and really make us feeling more vital and alive. And it also kind of gets under and releases the subtle stresses that are sitting in the psyche, and again then get seen through the body. So a typical breath that we would maybe do is called ego eradicator, where we bring our thumbs together and our fingers placed, and we put the hands, you can't see here, but we put them at 60 degrees, and we do a breath of fire here. So we pump the navel and the breath through the nose, breathing through the nose and pumping at the navel. So it looks like this. And then we bring the thumbs together and shake out. Then this could be done for anywhere from 1 minute to 3 minutes, and it really brings vitality. So to the being, it really kind of gets under that clears out the fear of the unknown. And so there's a vast science behind each and every posture, which is always usually shared in a normal class setting. And then we would go, after some warm-up through the breath, some pranayam, we would go into warming up the body. So typical movements of really the core essence is to really work with awakening the spine. So the spinal is sort of like the ladder. The spine is the ladder to this life force energy, which is normally sitting at the coiled base at the spine. So we work on really strengthening the spine. That's where our youth and our vitality is lying. So the core purpose of the warm-up is to really have every part of the body, the upper part of the body, the lower part of the body, really kind of moving in energy. So, and then we would go into a Kriya. And as I shared before, Kriyas are very vast and they're very, there's so many of them that we can work on anything. And they're usually about sometimes anywhere from 3 to 10 exercises that we do for a certain time that then give us a certain result. And sometimes they also include mudras. So we would place our fingers in sort of like, a certain position, which would then also, again, the whole science behind that, the mudras, is connecting with the reserved brain energies in the brain. So we're activating that. And yeah, so that would be like sort of like a typical Kriya, and then we have a very deep relaxation. So in during the practice, we really exert and go into that reserve life force energy, and we really exert the body. We have a good workout, and then when it comes to relaxation, the entire system, the sympathetic system, the nervous system can completely reset itself because it's had that good good awakening, and now it can just really rest into relaxation. When we can go into a very deep relaxation, our entire being does an internal reset. And then we feel much more alive and awake and ready to sort of look at things through new eyes and tap. It really, the practice allows you to tap into your creativity. So your creative resources, you become always your ability to always look at everything as the ability to unite and create, and to be able to create something that it has a frequency of union. So yeah, it's really beautiful. And then after the relaxation, we would do meditation for 7 to 11 minutes. And the meditation just really allows space for a subconscious part of our mind to not feel overloaded. A lot of the times we get sick or we get stressed or worried because there's way too much memory, there's way too much information sitting in our subconscious mind. So through meditation, we learn to calm that down, to let go and allow our innate system to let go and release what it wants, what it needs to keep, and what it naturally needs to go on. Just as we clean our homes, we clean our bodies, we never really get given the technology to clean our brain and our mind and organize everything. So the practice, it really allows you to kind of come into that more connected space. Just as we would plug in our phone to get charged, through the practice, we feel a sense of like a reset and a charge. So after the meditation, then we of course tune out with the mantra. And that's pretty much it. It's a normal class, as I shared before, is an hour and a half. However, if we'd like to try an hour, we can make the Kriyas shorter, little shorter meditations, and infuse everything. I'm easy either way, and would love to be of any assistance in any which way possible. I hope you're keeping well in spirit and in body, and I trust this global reset we're having will really take us into a vaster space where we all feel connected, and we're serving not from things because we want to, but because really we want to. Our heart is solely connected in all that we do. Wonderful. I hope to hear from you, and have a wonderful